nubs, buds, and scrubs. Today, got a little clip of some Rush gameplay on Parcel Storm. So this game is going to be talking about some tips for PTFOing and being aggressive, along with some things that you shouldn't do, as well as critiquing my own gameplay, and hopefully you can learn from that. So I've taken a couple of deaths off the get-go here, and our team is making a pretty good push here with the objectives getting locked down here. I should not have came out from cover there without my primary reloaded, and reloading on the move isn't something you really should do. You should try and make that happen as least amount as possible. It'll just benefit you in keeping yourself alive longer and make it so you're not in those oh shit scenarios where you're falling back on your sidearm and leaving yourself exposed. Because going toe-to-toe with the sidearm to a primary is just not gonna get you very far very often. So here we are. If you're a support player, that support player did a very unfrequent thing. Prepare dropping ammo. If you're a support player, make sure you're dropping your bag at every instance as possible. So I cut out a lot of just me riding a jet ski there and taking a death after killing a couple guys. There wasn't a lot happening there, so I'm going to try and make sure that you're always seeing something valuable on the screen. So the first thing I want to talk about is map awareness. I think it's probably the key thing in Rush that a player should be aware of. If you're not checking your radar as frequently as possible without getting yourself killed, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Sometimes it's even better to pull open the big map and have that just open instead of the scoreboard during gunfights, or when you're patrolling the map and making your moves, trying to get behind the enemy. And if you look at your mini map and you see that multiple green arrows are held up somewhere, and there's a giant gap, you put yourself there. Be where no one else is to stop that one guy that's trying to get the back rage, and always be that guy trying to get the back rage in scenarios that make sense. If you can flank an enemy team and wreak havoc, you're going to completely disrupt any push they have or any defensive strategy they're trying to maintain. Here, in this clip, I'm just trying to stay alive and keep as much of the opponent's forces back in their spawn as possible. I'm not trying to push the objective real hard right now. I'm just letting my teammates do that as I just clear it out and make sure that they are safe as the makes approach. So I noticed that there's not a lot of pressure inside this objective, so I decided to pull back, see what I can do, and hopefully be a mobile spawn point for my team, which is a nice segue into talking about spawning. There's that camera. There's no reason why you shouldn't be checking that camera, and if you're on VoIP, make sure you're communicating and finding out if that guy's safe to spawn on, what kind of trouble you might be in when you're coming in. If you're finding yourself frustrated because you keep getting killed off the spawn and you're spawning on squad mates, maybe you should be more frequent to take that extra second to see where they are and what kind of paths they're going. And there's no shame in switching squads if you're playing alone and trying to find the squad that's scoring the highest and performing the best, playing the smartest. I mean, if you're going to be the one making the push, it's probably smart to be with the guys who are also doing the same kind of stuff you want to be doing. So here, this is a nice peak spot, and we'll talk about peaks here since this is a good example of it. I keep just barely right there. I'm holding a little too long of a peak here. Ideally, you just want to let off 1 to 2 bursts and be back in the cover. And so I'm starting to get hit by mortar fire. Very good, I got out of there. I'm checking the stairway again. making my way slowly down. I don't want to sprint. I want to take these corners slowly. Thought I saw a guy there. Look for and listen for little things like laser sights inside walls. There's smoke, fog, people running up steps. It's not as good as older Call of Duty, the Call of Duty 4, where you could hear people essentially standing right behind you as they ran up to you. But it's still there. You can still utilize it. Here, I'm noticing that this guy, he's sniping. He's not doing anything for our team. If you're sniping like that and you're sitting back somewhere, you're not doing anything for the team, you're not getting a lot of points. You should be always trying to think of a way to help your team play the objective better, improve on something, and constantly be looking at your foot, or thinking back on the game you played, or maybe use some of the capturing tools that the next-gen systems have. If you have a next-gen system, just critique yourself and be able to take harsh criticisms from other players who you're playing with, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to get better. I mean, or at least I would believe you are if you're watching my videos, and want to be a better Battlefield player in general. So, but I think the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video was being sure to utilize all the gadgets within your kit. Here I'm using the assault class and really utilizing my med kits and defibs and making sure that before my peaks I got a med kit down. As I take a spot, I'm putting it down. I'm not suicide reviving. I'm trying to charge up my paddles when I get these reses off. I'm leaving that guy because I don't know what's around. This is a hot spot. We just took the objective, so I don't know if there's still more around there. Kind of whipping a couple shots there. Also, good to know to be proficient with your sidearm choice. I mean, that thing can be a lifesaver. It's faster than reloading, and if you're good with it, you can definitely string a couple kills together without needing to go to that reload cycle that some of these assault rifles have that are quite a bit longer than you would like it to be. Like the AEK, F2000, MTAR, the MTAR's carbon, but you get the point. Sidearms are important. Utilizing all your kit, class specifics, stuff like that will really benefit you. I don't really have anything else that I can think of that would be good to just notice and be proficient in when you're starting out and keep an eye on as you play. But if there's anything else that you want me to try and explain, or you have ideas for, just shoot me a comment or a message, and I'll be happy to respond. Try to help you out as much as possible. I obviously am not the best player at this game. I still critique myself. I'm playing really loose in this game on certain points, maybe not taking the slower peaks that I should be. But there's a lot of good stuff that I do perform in here, and I think would be something that a newer player could, or a player who has some experience but just is looking for the way someone else plays can benefit from. I hope you guys enjoy the video. At the end here, at the last set, you can see me go a little crazy with kit switching and taking on multiple opponents on top of the objective, and I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, this is Playboard. I'm signing off.